right, so welcome to Fuck Around and Find Out, where the groove is forever and the legacy lives on. And we have a special guest today. Penny Two Cents, would you like to introduce our guest?
I'm so excited. So listen, you guys, I don't know where to start. So I must just start my friend. Okay,
My
our
fam,
friend.
our
Our
fam.
friend. All
Yeah,
right, so
yeah.
we have percussionist, singer, producer,
Drummer.
DJ, MC, father, brother, son, friend. We have the amazing Jamal, Roc Phizzle Robinson.
Yes, that's a long. Woo! Thank you for joining.
What is it? What is
Thank
it?
you. This
Oh
is a
my
long time
God.
overdue. We had a pleasure of featuring you probably a couple years ago on As Funk, with
Yes,
some of
yes.
your music and everything. But we had to circle back to you to find out, what you're doing now. So if you want to give us a little bit of your history of why you are the son of funk.
Well, well, that's kind of how we met because I was on the road. My father, of course, is the bass player of the band Lakeside. You see the
Yes,
shirt,
yes,
of
yes.
course. And how I kind of got there was all the guys in the band all have kids, right? But um, growing up, especially young before my little brother was born, I used to go to all the rehearsals with my dad because my mom was at work. So my dad would take me to rehearsal with him.
Hmm.
That's where everything began. That's where I started seeing them rehearse and play, and I'm like, oh wow, what is this? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as I got older, started understanding what they were doing. I started like messing around with the instruments when they would go on their breaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've been told the story by all the guys in the band. One day they went to go outside, do whatever they do on their break, and I jumped on Little Fred's drums, and they heard me playing, and they thought it was Fred, and it wasn't Fred because Fred was outside with them. And they all ran back inside to see who was playing, and it was me.
Well, how
Wow.
old were you?
I was about probably like 5 or 6.
Wow. Okay.
That's incredible.
That's
And
great.
from there, it just became one of them things where it's like, okay, you want to do this, huh? All right, that's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's
So
up.
you inducted yourself into the band.
Well, it was just I was a sponge. You sit me in a
Mhm.
room full of anything, and I'm gonna pick up on it.
There you go.
It could have been chess players. It could have been anything. You put me, at a young age like that, where you're so prone to knowledge and you want to soak up what you soak up. It could have been anything. I just was happened to been around Lakeside and been around them in their early stages too, before they really blew up.
Mm,
Oh, wow.
So you got to think this is probably like probably between the Shot of Love, Rough Riders album. It was before
Okay.
Fantastic Voyage, but just all through that whole little
nice.
that all those through all that era. Yeah, I was at the
Hmm.
rehearsals with them and watching them play, sing, dance. I was like, whoa, my
Nice.
dad is cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back a little bit because we met in 2022, was it?
Hmm.
In Dothan, Alabama, at the Tri City. I think it was the
Tri-City Festival.
Funk Fest. Yeah, that was
Hmm.
there, and it's been like fam since then on.
Let's
Now, so
go.
that's been what, 4 years, 5 years almost now. Wow, this is
Yeah.
a long time. This is great.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
you know, what have you been doing since? I know you've
Well,
been busy.
yeah, I've been busy. Well, the funny thing is, it's like even during those times, I was working on projects here at home,
Hmm.
and then going out on the road, coming back, and that kind of put a damper on that. But then, once I took a little time to be back home, I got of course, you guys had a chance to meet Max Slug, not in person, but
Hmm.
online.
Yeah,
Me and him finally finished that album. It should be coming out either March or April.
nice.
And then various projects. I got two of my cousins that I've been producing. And then various artists. Putting together tribute shows. I've done various artists, tributes to various artists here in the city I live in here, and just playing, just got a Friday night
Doing
that I
it.
do with my band Funky to Death that I've been in,
Oof.
and then my other band Encore that I've also played with. So, at home I do stay rather busy.
I've been watching you on Facebook, and I see that. So yeah, we can tell you're busy.
I got to be, when you're not busy, it opens up lanes for trouble, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
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 So I try to keep my mind focused on the music and the business, and try to get things,
I
keep
understand.
keep keep things steady, if you know what I mean.
So, what is your reasoning for wanting to keep funk alive? We've seen a lot of you did a Funkaholics CD. So, what is keeping it alive for you?
Well, it's crazy because it's been like that before I even tapped into it. But you got to think, um, what they consider in the industry West Coast gangster rap
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
was based off of funk.
Correct.
So funk has always been a major part of hip hop because I mean not just that, but even like the earlier days when the cats from the East Coast were sampling James Brown and some of the funk soul breaks, it's like hip hop was the source of resurrecting and keeping that music alive. And now, with the way music is now, it's so electronic and it's so watered down and unmusical. It's like, okay, hold up. We
Yes.
gotta put some
Yeah.
soul back into it. These kids, these younger kids with all this trap crap and all this other stuff. It's just not my lane. I'm sorry. Do what you do, but don't involve
Yeah.
me in it. I don't like it.
Yes. Yes.
I tell people all the time, before there was crunk, there was funk.
There you
Before there
go.
was trap, there was Roger and Zap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love it.
You
Yes.
feel me?
Yeah.
So that's how I am with it. I just want to keep the music that taught me and made me who I am alive because
Mhm.
it ain't gonna never die. It's the
There you
foundation of
go.
hip hop.
There you go. I love it. I love it. This is great. I'm so happy that you're here. Like I said, it's a long time overdue, and we're glad that
Yeah,
you're here. 22 cents.
yeah,
Yeah, I have a question. Not really a question, a statement. I know you and Magpie Slug do have a new album coming out. We would like the opportunity to have both you guys back on together. So you
yeah,
guys can kind of
Hmm. Hmm.
absolutely,
Hmm.
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So your first song that you guys came out with, you did a homage to all the great uh, funk artists. Can you
yeah.
kind of explain that song to everybody?
Well, that's not the first one. Oh wait, which one? Wait, you talking about? We're still functified.
No, the one after, I guess it's the one after that, where
Uh,
you went to the streets of Seattle and you named Lakeside, Bootsy Collins, you named all the funk greats in your song, keeping funk alive.
yeah, that's we're still functified.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Hmm.
still functified. So there's a story behind that. I'll get into it. I'll make it short. We did a song before that, so that's a sequel to a song we did years before on one of Slug's solo projects, which I was producing, called "We're So Functified,"
Okay.
right? And so we got a lot of praise here in the city. People were liking it, and they were like, "Man, are you guys a group? Y'all should do more music together." So we were messing around in the studio, and I'm like, "Hey, let's do a part two to We're So Functified." He was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, let's just call it We're Still Functified." Like,
Hmm.
it's like
Yeah.
carrying on the tradition that we done started. And after we did that, I mean, that song kind of took off in the area like wildfire. We were going places performing in, and the older crowd, the older community, that's like my age and older, was really really tapping into it because they
Hmm.
were like, "Oh, you guys are really rapping over some real music."
Yes. Yes.
So that song right there is what made us form the Funkaholics because people thought we were a group.
I did. I thought you were a group.
Well, he
I
was a
thought
Yeah.
you
solo
were a
artist and
group.
I was his producer.
Wow. Okay.
Ah, okay.
And we just like, man, let's just do a whole album just like this
Yeah.
with
Look
this
where you are.
theme.
Yes.
And
Look where you're at.
yeah, and the funny part about that was all like a lot of the ideas and actually like 90% of those beats that are on those albums,
Mhm.
that's on that album, was supposed to be from my solo project.
Oh wow.
But
Nice.
being the person I am and
Mhm.
giving and always wanting to help, and wanting to see others shine, I was just
Right.
like, I took all those beats and said, here, let's pick from this pot.
Very nice. Very
And
nice.
it just made the project easy because most of the production work was done.
Hmm.
So,
That's how you do it.
hmm
That's how you
That's
do it.
incredible.
so we've been doing that. So,
That is wonderful. So we actually had posted a video of you
hmm
on Lakeside,
yeah.
the actual unfiltered page on Facebook, and we got, oh, jeez, it was you playing drums in the Arena Theater in Houston.
Oh, yeah,
Playing,
yeah.
yes, and we got so many like comments, and you were just on fire, on fire.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know, the funk music is derived by the one.
you.
Y'all was on one. No, it was incredible. Oh my God, it was incredible.
Yeah, I had to make sure that I zoomed in on your face to get that face because you had that funk face going on, man. I had just, it was right on time. It was right on time.
Yeah, because my dad got on my case before we got on stage. He was like, son, stay in the pocket. He gave me the pep talk.
Yeah.
So I was zoomed in. I was staring him down while I was playing. Like, yeah, you don't get this work today, Pops.
It was incredible.
Yeah. Put this in your pocket, homie.
Right.
Yeah. I was on a mission that day. I was trying to prove something.
Oh,
Well, you did.
You did. You sure
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. We had how many people?
I don't know. It just blew up after I posted that. I mean, it was it was interesting. We had people that were looking at the page and they thought they were, when they saw the video, they thought it was pirates until they heard the music and they realized that it was funk music, and they were even more excited because they thought they were going to hear pirate music. I don't know what pirate music sounds like.
Me neither.
Well, that's what they were expecting. Like, this is kind of cool. We got some pirate music, and then you were killing it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to repost it myself. I forgot about that. I was like, oh man, cats were in the zone and it was going down.
Yeah.
It was going down.
I made sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just thinking, every time that I go back and watch it,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like it was the first time that I've seen it.
Wow.
Like, the impact is really incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very much so. And I've gotten a lot of video of you playing over the years, and because I know how much important it was and what you bring to the group. So it was that I got to make sure that I get video of you because I knew what you were doing and where you were going. So I want to make sure that you got your flowers kind of thing.
Yeah. That's how I thank you. Speaking of that, speaking of flowers, it's just crazy. Remember the song that Steve had put out?
Yes.
I collaborated with Steve and Larry. Rest in peace to Larry Bolden.
Yes.
But yeah, just being around them and being able to work, not just work with them on stage, but work with them in other ways, with production and music, just taking everything that I took from them or they taught me, and then regurgitate it and bring it back.
Yes.
And that was one of the missions that, when I was cultivating and when I wound up having to move away from them and be on my own, I was like, I really got to take this thing to another level now. I got to, everything I learned from them, I have to turn it into something, harvest it and say, by the time I get a chance to see them or be around them again, they're going to see, okay, this guy's fully boomed. He's really done this.
Love it.
Right?
Love it. Yeah. So you actually won an award last year.
Yes.
That was the DJ. You want
DJ
to go ahead
of
and
the year.
Yeah,
DJ of the Year award. Matter of fact, it's right here. Right here in the studio. Bam.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. And the year before that, I won producer of the year here too.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do remember voting for you.
Thank you.
Gotta remember.
Thank you.
Yeah.
they didn't know I had worldwide support. I was like, hey man, I got people and friends all over the place, and I spread love. They give it back. So I appreciate
Wonderful.
that.
Wonderful.
Does
So
Wonderful.
that keep you going?
oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, say it, but I'm gonna say it, and it's been one of the things that puts the battery in my back all the time.
Mm.
Even when I'm thinking, oh man, I want to get this up, or I don't want to do this no more. Nah, it's just the level of
Yeah.
the support from the community and my friends and people and family that be like, nah, you can't do this. This is your life. This is what you do.
Yes. Yes, it is. It's
So,
like who you are. Do you have any advice to give to younger up and coming artists?
oh yeah,
What would you
um,
say?
because I don't think they have short attention spans, but number one, learn an instrument and learn the scientifics behind the music. Learn, know what you're doing, know what you're playing, understand it from the scientific point, like learning how to play an instrument, what note is what, and this, all the things that make up being a musician.
Yeah. Nice.
And just knowing the language and, like just there's all kind of stuff that comes with it, but learn it.
Hmm. Great advice.
Take it and
Right.
apply it,
Yeah.
and learn how to be professional in a professional environment. If you want to be an amateur, fine, but when you want to cross that line and the people that do business and be, and are professionals,
Yes.
you got to learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Separate the two,
Yeah.
and carry yourself in a certain way, and you know, wear
Now,
your hat, wear your hat right.
where you at?
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Well, let me ask you, how many instruments do you play? Four?
Four, yeah.
Okay.
Well, is the turntable an instrument?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, well that's five.
Okay. So drums,
Keyboard.
keyboard.
I fiddle around with the bass. I ain't gonna try to overshadow my dad. I fiddle with the bass and and I temper with the guitar a tad bit, but drums and keys, and then the turntables are my main instruments.
Nice.
Okay. How about your voice?
There you go.
Would
I
you
was gonna say
consider
that.
that as an instrument?
I mean, I guess if you wanna if you wanna count that as an instrument, but that's something I was born with. So
Yeah.
I mean. I play the talk box. Is that an instrument, or is that considered playing a keyboard, or
It's part of the keys, but you're still using your voice
Part of your
as a.
voice? Hmm.
no? I'm not using my voice. It's it's the thing Roger Troutman
Yes.
uses.
Yes.
Right.
So no, you don't really use your voice. The tube going in your mouth is kind of like your vocal cord. It's taking the place of that
Mm.
because
Okay.
the sound is coming from the tube into your mouth, and you're just pretty much pantomiming.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yes.
Okay, but
yeah.
it's still using your vocal cord, which happens to be
Not
a
not at
No,
all.
no,
It's not. It's
no.
replacing it.
Right. The tube is actually your
Interesting.
vocal cord. Right. The sound
Interesting.
coming from the
Mm.
keyboard is the vibration and the note that your actual vocal cord would be making while you're talking or singing.
Okay,
It's
good to
very
know.
scientific, but
Yeah.
that's the easiest way I can break it down for those that don't understand it.
Hmm.
Okay, nice. Oh goodness, this is awesome. So I know that you have another song that you've done with one of the other band members, Steve Shockley, that I know that he's working on right now.
Hmm.
That you were rapping on. Have you
Um,
guys talked about releasing that one soon?
I just talked to Steve maybe about a week or so ago,
Hmm.
and I'm not sure what he's doing with the project. I think, after everything that happened, it may have, maybe pump the brakes on some things, but
Hmm.
hopefully everything gets back to. And yeah, because matter of fact, when we were on the road, he would just send me tracks and I would just write, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or he'd play something and the idea would come to my head and I'd start writing it in my phone right there on the bus or in the
Right.
dressing room.
Right.
That's how spontaneous I am. But hopefully he puts it out because it's done. It's
I can't
mixed. It's
wait. I
done.
can't wait. I'm not going to say the name of the song yet. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's going to change, but hopefully we'll see that song come out soon.
Yeah, matter of fact, that's the first song I collaborated with him on.
Okay.
That one. It was that
Mhm.
one first where he sent it to me. I wrote the verse, I rapped on it, and then we did the flowers after that. But he
Okay.
put
Yeah,
flowers out first.
Mhm.
yeah.
So
Yeah, we've been waiting for a couple of years on that song. I mean, we've
We
heard it.
sure have.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
y'all been lucky. Y'all been behind the scenes and got all the exclusive stuff, that a lot of
Ye-
people don't get a chance to really
Yes.
put an ear and put an ear on. So
Hmm.
don't be telling
Yep.
all the secrets.
We will never tell the
Never.
secret.
Never.
This is
That's
No,
top
like
like,
secret.
this
yeah.
is like Vegas right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What it stays here.
That's
But I
right.
might be doing a biography. No, I'm just kidding. So
I'm crazy.
You better watch
no,
out, so don't
guys,
say anything.
no, we this is family. Family keeps it in house. So
Right, right, right.
yeah, we just can't
Mhm.
wait. So Penny Two Cents and I, we put together this Funk Around and Find Out because we wanted to make sure we keep funk alive and paying homage and sending flowers to the people who are keeping it alive, and is you. So
Yeah.
yeah, we
Well,
were really
there's more than me. I mean, you got me. You got Jazzy Faye, who's
yes, yes, yes.
what's his name? From the Barcades. What's my man's name?
James
Uh,
Alexander.
James Alexander.
Taylor
Thank you.
Sons. Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah, you got whatchamacallit? You got Larry Scott Blackman, which is
Yes.
yes,
Larry's
yep,
cousin.
Yes.
yep,
Um, of course, you got Mark Ackridge, who is Mark Adams' son from
Yes.
yes,
That's
Slade.
yep.
correct.
There's a few more of us out there, but
We
it's
got
good to
Sleepy
see.
Brown from Brick.
Oh, Sleepy Brown. Oh, his dad was in Brick.
His father is the flautist.
Oh, what? Oh, no
He's
kidding.
he's the I think the only member that left.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that about Sleepy Brown. Okay, so that's
Hmm.
another one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Is there any more out there that I'm missing?
There's a few. There's a few.
There's
Yeah,
few. I mean, and
yeah.
I'm sure there's some females out there also that we might be missing, but they would be under a different funk.
Oh yeah,
So
they would be daughters of the funk,
Daughters
right?
of
that's
funk.
right.
Daughters.
That's right.
Yes.
Or just children of the funk. Why not? I ain't gonna
That's
exclude
right.
Yeah.
nobody, but
That's right.
anybody that came from the lineage or whose parents,
There you go.
whose moms or dads who that was in the business,
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
doing this thing. I'm just glad that I'm a part of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
I have my story to tell, and I'm trying to keep the keep the ship, keep the voyage going. Like they would say,
Hmm.
the voyage.
Voyage. Yes. Yes. That is awesome. I'm so excited. I don't even know. I know a lot of things about you, but I'm trying to think what would be something that people don't know about you. Would you like to share? Keep
um,
it PG though.
no, I've been keeping it PG. Yeah, just I'm very, very, very dedicated and very humble about my situation. I'm thankful that I'm in the position that I'm in, and I've got the tutelage that I've gotten growing up because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that don't have that, and they don't have anything to focus on and keep themselves out of the corrupted streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm glad that I have music to be my muse. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something I can fall back on. You know what I'm saying? If something's going on in life, I can write about it, or I can use music to kind of soothe myself. It's just
Right.
music has this thing, and it's powerful. And I'm just glad that
Absolutely.
I have that as something I cherish dearly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Definitely.
have a two-part question for you.
Uh,
Um, One is where can the fans, the followers find you? And two, where are you out of? What city and state are you in?
man, I'm in the top of the West. Of course, to the top of the West Coast, Washington State,
Hmm.
Seattle to be exact, and then you can find me dang near on every platform except for TikTok and Snapchat. I don't do that. That's for the young folk. Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Yeah, just type in Roc Phizzle. So I'm even on, what do they call that? They used to call it Twitter. I ain't got a
It's
lot of
X.
traction on Twitter. Twitter's
Hmm.
weird, but Instagram and Facebook, yeah. Just type in
okay.
Roc Phizzle. I'm there. Um, and then shoot, I'm just You know, yeah, I'm all over. I got music on every platforms. I got playlist on Apple, Spotify, I think, and Tidal.
Okay.
I think the
Okay.
playlist is called "Produced by Roc Phizzle," and then there's one I made on Tidal called "Rock," like ROC concert,
Okay.
Oh,
rock
okay.
concert.
Nice. Nice.
So, and then shoot, just on
Got
stages, on stages with with my
Mm-hmm.
people.
Nice. Very nice. Wow,
So,
that's great. So, I know that we are kind of getting close, but want to make sure that we got all the good stuff. What is your favorite um, Lakeside song?
uh, it's funny because I told them this like millions of times on the when I when we were on the buses where we were on tour, and they kind of looked at me, but they were like, "I can see that." It's
Mm.
"Your Wish Is My Command."
Okay.
Is one of my
Yeah.
favorite Lakeside songs. It's not one of the ones that that was a single like that.
Right. Right.
You know, everybody says, "Oh, fantastic voice." Yeah, I've heard it a million times.
Correct.
Yes.
You know, and so I like I like the album cuts that didn't make it to the radio that I would sit up and play in my room, and my
Yeah.
dad would bring me a copy of the
Yeah.
a promo copy of the album before it even came out. I'd listen to it front to back, and then I'd be like, "This is my favorite song on this album, and I like this song and
Right.
this song." And they were like, "Okay, okay," So, but yeah, I've always liked "Your Wish Is My Command." That groove is ridiculous. That and "Shot of Love" is my other favorite.
Yes. Yes.
Very
Penny
nice.
Two Cents, do you have a favorite Lakeside song?
Do I have a favorite? Funkarella has a favorite one, you mean? Yes.
Yes.
Well, I have a couple of them. Let's see here. So, something about that woman
Of
has
course.
always been my favorite. Um, and All the Way Live.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Yes. So I have two also. One, my all-time favorite is Given Into Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my song. And then Raid is number two.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
You know, and I can see why because, like, me, I would hear all the songs before they were done. My dad would bring them home on the demo tape and play them for me in the house and to ask me what I thought of them. And of course, I thought everything they did was like that's jaw dropping. But
Exactly.
then there were
Yeah.
certain ones that just stuck out. Certain ones I was like, wait, play that again. Or I'd
Nice.
be like, let me see that. And I'd go and listen to it and study it and go, oh man, okay. And give it back to him. And it was cool. I wish I still had some of those Lakeside demo tapes.
Did you have any
And
formal training as far as the drums or no? Just play by ear and every. Wow.
watching.
This.
That's how I learned how to do everything. DJing,
Yeah.
playing drums, playing keys, just watching Fred, watching Norman,
Now that's talent.
watching watching everybody doing. So shout out to the guys who just let me be a fly on the wall. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
You know,
awesome.
I love them
They
guys,
are
man.
incredible. Yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah, yeah, and as human beings, get not just entertainers on stage, but like I said, just knowing them personally and them looking at me as family. You know what I'm saying? It's
You are.
that's
You
that's
are.
that's
You
a, that's an
are.
honor. That's an
Well,
honor. And I just talked to Pops the other day too. He's doing good. So
good.
yeah, yeah.
So Funkarella and Penny Two Cents want to thank you guys for adopting us into the family
Yes.
oh, for sure, for sure.
because, yeah,
Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you guys. We really, welcome us backstage, and like you said earlier, we get a chance to get to know you guys, and we were back there listening to all of the stories, and you guys just welcomed us with open arms. So
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
this,
hospitality is a mug, and like I said, from the time we met you guys, and from the time that Will introduced y'all to us, rest in
mhm,
peace to Will as well.
yeah,
Um, you guys have always just been very hospitable to us and very, very, very just family like, whenever we would
Mhm.
come into town, y'all would just be right, right there, whatever, and ready to just we felt comfortable around y'all.
Oh, good,
You know what I'm
good.
saying? And the more the guy, the more the guys got to know, and we, got to know y'all, we were
Mhm.
just like, all right, yeah, these sisters is cold.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks.
You
Yeah, it's
know?
all about the music though, you know? So,
Yeah.
when Funkadrella and I decided to create the Funk Around and Find Out, we really wanted the world to know the individuals who are playing and creating the music.
Yeah,
Because and that's what's important. You know, you see them play, but you don't really know much about them. So we wanted to the world to know what you're all about.
Yeah, it's more than just the music, and we want people to bring, you know, kind of come into what you guys are actually doing and feeling. And so it's like,
Hmm.
what is it that you guys do in the back end? What is it? How did you, like you said, how you learn by just, watching, giving that inspiration to other artists and musicians who are coming up, going, well, I can do that too, you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
giving
Some of them may
inspiration.
not be privileged to grow up around other musicians that, have had some sort of legacy or stature or some sort of fame, but I'm telling you, music is undeniable. Once it's around you and you pick
Mhm.
up on it, it's like there's so much you can do with it. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
infectious.
Yeah. Yes.
Once it's in you, it's in you. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
It is.
And
Man,
I
I
didn't
miss you.
recognize
I
that.
I really miss you. We haven't seen each other, all of us in a while,
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to get back out, but get back on the ship. Like I said, I just had to do some things and take care of some stuff here at the house, and like I said, iron out some loose ends and do this and that. But
Right.
I've been talking to the fellas and trying to get some things back rolling, and we'll see what happens. Right now,
Yep.
my town got me in handcuffs. Right now, they've been locking me down. They've been locking your boy down.
Well, they know what they have. They know what kind of talent you have and all the people that you know.
Yeah.
You're an asset. You're an asset to the community, to the music. You're just an asset.
Well, I'd rather be an asshat than you know what.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna let
Yes.
y'all. I'm gonna let y'all fill in the blank. I'm gonna keep it PG on here, but
Yes.
you know what
I
I
appreciate that. I
Right?
appreciate that. Right. Oh,
But like I said, hey, I'm just glad that I was able to fulfill the dream. I've been waiting pretty much my whole life to be a part of that.
Wow.
And it's funny because even my mom she was tickled pink when she found out that I was, out there with the guys and doing that. She knew. And that put a smile on her face to see that, something I'd been dreaming about and wanting to do since I was a kid finally had came to fruition. You know what I mean?
right. Nice.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, you met my mom, didn't you?
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, we did.
yeah, you had a chance to meet my
Yeah.
mom, and then so yeah, just to see all that just come full circle was something I could check off my bucket list.
There you go. I love
You
it.
know, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Well,
so
we're gonna
like I
keep the inspiration alive there. Can't wait to see you again. I know we're coming to a close on our podcast here.
yeah,
Um, what we're going to do is ask. I'm going to ask you one more question. What's for dinner tonight?
I don't know. Guess I have to go find out. I guess I gotta funk around and find out.
Right. I love the play on words there.
I
Come on
do.
now, you know what it is. Y'all done heard me freestyle before. You know I got away with
That's
words.
I
right.
know.
That's right. That's
Uh,
right.
Yeah,
yes,
but I
I've
will
heard
say
you
this:
rap before.
the name of the album coming up, the Funkaholics, is called "Strictly for the Funk Lovers."
Nice. I
Yeah,
love it.
strictly for the funk lovers. There is a title track on the album called "Strictly for the Funk Lovers," and like I said, we were juggling with titles, and when I was like, hold up, we're making this album strictly for people that love this type of music. Let's just call it that.
Right.
It
And we
makes it
also got it,
simple.
yeah, and we got a follow up album that's pretty much dang near done to come right behind that one. So we got
Wow.
something for you.
We ready.
Wow. Wow. Now, will you guys give us an exclusive so we can?
Oh
Oh, you
yeah.
will. Okay. Fantastic.
No. Yeah, yeah. Let's hook,
Fantastic.
let's hook that
We'd
up.
love
Let's
to
make it
have you
happen.
back. Absolutely. You got to make sure we have your boy with you.
Oh,
Yeah. Podcast Funk Around and Find Out, where we keep the groove alive.
That's
anytime.
right.
Anytime.
So thank you. The Funk Factory. We're looking forward to your next upcoming albums. I cannot wait.
Oh, it's
Cannot
coming.
wait.
Trust me. And then I'll make sure y'all get it. I'll make sure y'all get a copy of it too.
Thank you
I
very much,
wait. I can't
Jamal.
wait. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much, Roc
y'all.
Phizzle.
Thank y'all for being y'all, man. You know, y'all are original.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
you. I'm
Peace.
Penny 2 Cents.
And I'm Funkarella. Thank you for joining.
Fuck around
Bye-bye.
and find out.